This message is for the chosen ones. I know a lot of you keep asking yourself, how could I be chosen and why would God choose me? But the fact of the matter is, before God formed you in your mother's womb, he already knew you. That's what it says in Jeremiah 1:5. So he already foreseen even the things that you were going to experience and the things that you were going to suffer through. When you read stories about people like Joseph in the Bible, God showed him his future. He had a prophetic word about his future, but he didn't know that he was going to experience the things that he was going to experience, but God knew. That's why God doesn't always tell us what it's going to take to get to where we got to go, because we would choose not to. God doesn't always give us the blueprint, but God already knew that you were going to experience the things that you were going to experience. God already knew that you were going to fall, that you were going to fail lots of times. But God doesn't choose perfect people. Think about the people in the Bible. They were all imperfect. They all messed up. They all failed. The only person that was perfect was Christ, and he was the ultimate example, so that we can be like him, so that we can attempt to be like him, so that we can walk the path of righteousness like him. But just know that righteousness is a practice that we practice day to day, sometimes hour by hour. God didn't choose perfect people. God chose the least likely. God chooses the least likely. God chooses the person that people wouldn't even think. And then a part of the process and a part of the ingredients for him to bring you to where you got to go and to raise you up, you got to experience being humbled and experience a level of humility, and sometimes you got to be the sacrificial lamb. And that is the ingredients in the recipe for God to exalt you, to put you to where he gets the glory out of your life. Think about Joseph, think about Job, think about Daniel, think about David. All of these people had these moments. Like David, he was skipped over. He was counted out. But that's who God chose, the least likely. The one that everybody skipped over. That's who God chose. And that's who God chooses, is the ones that people would never expect. Those who are questioning themselves, like, me chosen? Yeah. It's the ones that are the misfits. It's the ones that are considered the black sheep. They're the ones who sit on the bench in the games. They're the ones who people seem like they don't want to hear from. It's okay. Those are the ones who God chooses. And it's a part of the process, because he doesn't want us to have pride. So he allows those, it's almost like a humiliation ritual, and he allows that for you to learn humility so that you won't have pride, because there's a lot of people walking around with pride and the wrong spirit in their position. And there's a lot of the wrong people that are in positions. And God wants to exalt the humbled. God wants to set the humbled on high, because he knows he can trust them with that call. He knows he can trust them. It's all a part of the process. Being rejected, being abandoned, being misunderstood, being mistreated. It's all a part of it. Otherwise, you wouldn't know God the way that you do, because then he shows himself as the comforter. Then he shows himself as the redeemer, the waymaker. He shows himself in all these ways to let you know that I got you, I see you, I hear you. And at that point, that's all that matters. Then it doesn't matter what other people think. Then you walk with divine purpose and divine alignment, understanding that God has got your back, that you don't need people to recognize you, that you're recognized and you're called by God and you're chosen by God. And he has need for you in such a time as this, because he can trust you with the suffering. He trusted you, and he knew that you wouldn't turn your back on him, that you wouldn't give up, that you wouldn't do him like everybody else did him, that you wouldn't take the shortcut, that you wouldn't go the easy route and sell out. So just know that if God has chosen you, and if you're still standing, that he has purpose for your life. And it doesn't matter how bad you messed up. It doesn't matter what you have done. That every day you wake up, you have another chance to get it right. And he still wants to use you. He still counts you as worthy. He still loves you. He still can get the glory out of your life. That's how much more he can get the glory out of your life. The ones who stumbled the most, the ones who's failed the most. That's why he likes to use the least likely, because he gets the most glory out of those who seem to can't get it right or people have thrown away. So just know that God got you. He's with you. He sees you. He hears you. And it's only a matter of time that he puts you in position and that he gets the glory out of your life and out of your story. Because we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. Not only do we overcome, but others overcome by hearing, because faith comes by hearing. People need to hear what you've been through. People need to hear how bad you've stumbled and failed, because it encouraged those. It encourages other people. And they'll know that if you can do it, then they can do it too. And I'm here to tell you that I failed so many times, but I know that God's grace is sufficient. God's love is sufficient. And his love and his grace is sufficient for you. And as long as you have breath in your body, you have a chance to get it right. So don't give up. Lean and depend only on him, because he's got you.